Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're staying warm and safe. And I don't normally do this kind of thing, as you know, but I just wanted to touch base with some of the fans and let you know that I'm thinking about you. And we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up in regards to Rad and the re-release. But really today I'm here to talk about my dear friend Brandon Bruce Lee, who we unfortunately lost to a tragic accident 27 years ago today. So, he only lived to see 28. And I can't believe it that we're this far down the line without our good buddy along with us. But enough time has passed where I think it's easier for me to talk about him and feel a sense of joy. When I think about him, it was a very important time in my life, and he was amongst the most important people I've ever met. And one of the most talented and gifted and beautiful human beings. So we spent our early days as actors together in Los Angeles, and I was very privileged to spend many hours and months and years in acting class with him, and doing theater and going to see movies and plays and just being young artists. So we were there to spur each other on and to be there for one another. So it was an immense point of pride for me when I got to see him really take off as an actor and start starring in movies that he loved to be a part of. So he really taught me about passion and what it means to follow that passion with everything you got. Guys, I'm seeing you're checking in here. And hey, Kenneth, how's it going? Ted and Rob, is it Rob? Yeah, if you have any questions about Brandon, I'm happy to answer them and as best I can. But really, I just wanted to acknowledge this guy and the place he had in my life and many others. I meet a lot of Brandon Lee and Crow fans through the years, and I know that would have meant a lot to him. Let's see, who else is checking in? Scott Wilson is watching. Thanks, man. Hey, Chris, how's it going? So, yeah, here we are 27 years later. I think history will smile on Brandon and his dad and what they were able to do in their brief lives. But we are able to kind of stand here in awe and be grateful that we kind of watch these guys explode into space. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Hey, Larry. What's my favorite movie that Brandon was in? I guess for me it was Rapid Fire. I was on tour with my band, the Pipe Fitters, with Lou Diamond Phillips in Canada, and the movie Rapid Fire opened one weekend, so I took some time off during the day and went and saw a matinee, probably in Toronto somewhere, and was just knocked out by his performance, his persona, his physicality, and I just sat there and watched a star being born in front of my eyes. I couldn't have been happier. As soon as I left the theater, I called him up and congratulated him, and was really proud that he was doing what he set out to do. Larry's mentioning that his father had a huge impact on his life. Mine also. Francisco, I have the movie The Crow. Yeah, so it's very sweet when I go to some of these events and I meet a lot of fans who loved Brandon also. So there's kind of a crossover of Crew Jones fans and Eric Draven fans, and I know he would have loved that. I know I love that we were able to create a couple of characters that resonated with folks. and will hopefully be around for a while. Hey, how's it going, Eric? Hey, Adam. Hey, Dave, Larry. We got 32 people watching. That's pretty cool. Anybody else have any questions? Crew, the Crow, Brandon. That's who I really want to talk about today. We met through a mutual friend, Miguel Ferrer, who's one of the great actors and the most underrated actors I've ever known and been lucky enough to work with. They did a TV show together called Kung Fu: The Next Generation, and that's how I was able to meet Brandon, and we were fast friends ever after, and he continues to influence me, I think, strongly. I visited his gravesite in July of last year, and it just reminded me of the impact he had on my life. So I hope everybody out there has a friend like that really inspires them and helps them traverse life's difficulties. One of my favorite quotes of Bruce, which I think is very appropriate right now, is to not pray for an easy life, but pray for the strength to handle a difficult life. And I think we're all feeling it right now. But heroes do not rise during easy times. Heroes rise during difficult times. And we can see that all around us. And how the humblest people, your Walmart checkout girl, or the guy behind the counter at the gas station, or the trucker going down the road, these quote-unquote normal people are extraordinary. And there's a quote on Bruce's headstone that roughly translate to out of something ordinary can come something extraordinary. So these are all things we can look at and learn from. Who else is checking in? Michael? Hey, Josh? Hey, Larry? Is Shannon still in the business? She is managing Bruce and Brandon's estate and their likeness and image. So she's very hands-on, and I think she's producing a TV series right now based on her dad's writing. So she keeps very active in the business. Hey, Billy Jack. Hey, Eric. My best friend showed me Rad, and I absolutely fell in love with that movie that day. That's awesome. I guess that's why you're checking in. But Rad. Yeah, okay. A lot of Rad love there. I love you guys, and I love you for checking in. But I just wanted to say that when someone comes through your life that makes an impact, let them know. And I'm here to celebrate that today. A couple more comments. Yeah. Seems like Brandon was truly successful on his own, but he did feel like he had to live up to his father. Did he feel like he had to live up to his father's success? Sure he did. Since that was the profession he decided to go into, he felt a lot of pressure to certainly be as good as his dad. Otherwise, nobody would take him seriously. And so, if you can imagine stepping into your father's profession and trying to make a name for yourself, but your father happens to be Bruce Lee. I can't imagine anything more daunting for a young actor, a young athlete, a young martial artist to be thought of in those terms and to succeed is pretty mind-blowing. Hey, Larry, how's it going? Hey, Mike, thanks for checking in. Again, we're just here to talk about my buddy Brandon and let you know that he was not fully formed as a performer when I met him. He had a long way to go as an artist, as an actor, as a martial artist. He spent a lot of time in acting classes and doing small theater and really finding out about his craft. He didn't just appear in front of a camera one day and make magic. It took a lot of work. So we're grateful he did that. Josh, hey, stay safe. When and where did you meet Brandon? Well, I was saying earlier, I met Brandon in probably 1988 at Miguel Ferrer's house in Studio City. They worked together on Kung Fu: The Next Generation, and they became just part of my running pack. But in particular, Brandon, we lit up Hollywood for a number of years. Check out the profile pic I met when I met you. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to give you a little treat and show you where I'm at. I'm in a farmhouse in northern Idaho, and it's raining, and there's a wild turkey in the yard there. But I just decided to get out of Dodge and wait this out. But I can tell you some really great stuff is coming up. So again, let's celebrate for the life we have and be grateful for the things that keep us going in life. And there'll be more of it. So focus on the positive. That's what will make it expand. All right. I love you guys. Stay rad.